Hi, my name is Anate Vasquez, and I'm excited to be taking this qualitative class with you this summer semester. And I just wanted to introduce myself, and the title of my presentation is Worlds Upon Worlds to Wonder. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. Um, so I am not in a program at University of Georgia, but I am getting the graduate certificate in interdisciplinary qualitative studies. This is my third class, so just looking to get the certificate and really enjoying it thus far. I the program comes out of the Department for Lifelong Education, Administration, and Policy. So my advisor is Kathy Rolston, and enjoy working with her very much. My research interests are preparing pre and in-service teachers to work with students who are culturally and linguistically diverse. And by culturally and linguistically diverse, I am using a broad understanding of that. So I've written about working with English learners. That's my main area of writing. But I've also written about working with students of different socioeconomic statuses, as well as students of different religions and students who identify as LGBTQ. So my understanding and the way I define diverse cultures and linguistically different is pretty broad. So I know I'm kind of stumbling over my words. I practiced this once, but I can tweak it to death, so you're just going to have to deal with my stuttering. I'm sorry about that. Um, my personal goals for the course are to be able to write case study research that will withstand scholarly criticism and critique. I want to feel very confident when I present at conferences, and also I find that when I am reading qualitative research, just in the little bit I've learned in my first two classes, I think that there is a lot of room for improvement, and I would like to be able to write exemplary manuscripts that use qualitative methodology. Do I have any questions? I have so many questions. There are too many to discuss in this brief video. I find that the more I learn about qualitative research, the more I realize I don't know. Isn't that the way it always is? So professional information about me: I am a faculty member at Kennesaw State University. I finished my PhD at the University of South Florida in 2008. I came up to Kennesaw State University in 2010. My program at University of South Florida was quantitative. I did take two qualitative courses, but they weren't part of my program. I just took them as extras because I was interested. My dissertation topic was about teacher efficacy in relation to student achievement in reading. I did that using hierarchical linear modeling, and as is the case with much quantitative research, I didn't find a lot of statistical significance, and the real story would have been in a qualitative study of teachers who felt that they were or were not efficacious despite their students' gains or lack thereof in reading. So I think that a qualitative approach would have told me a lot more. But my program was quantitative. I lived in Florida at the time when George Bush was in the White House and Jeb Bush was in the governor's seat in Florida, and the National Research Council had just come out with their report, and quantitative research was really being pushed, particularly in the area of reading research. So I finished my PhD, came to Kennesaw State, and was actually hired in a 90% administrative position. So I didn't get very much time to write, and I spent a lot of time writing reports and policy statements and emails that everyone under the sun could understand. So I kind of feel like I lost a little bit of my writing ability as far as creative writing, and I'm looking forward and have been enjoying practicing that and getting back into my writing groove. So I became regular faculty. I left my administrative position. This will be my third year going into a pure faculty position. I teach undergraduate methods courses, in the methods of teaching language arts and reading. And I also teach master's degree classes, predominantly the capstone class where they do action research. So these courses are definitely helping me teach that class better. And I also teach some special topics courses on Freudian thought to our EDD students. So that's pretty much about me. And for my personal information, I love exploring places and learning about people's lives and their stories. And I was fortunate enough that I just returned from a trip to South Africa. I traveled there between spring semester and this summer semester, excuse this typo, and really enjoyed it. I grew up with a dad in the Navy. We traveled quite a bit. We lived overseas twice. I am also fortunate enough that Kennesaw State University has sent me to Uganda and Costa Rica and Ecuador to work with teachers and student teachers. So I definitely have the travel bug. I always have. And I have been in Uganda and Kenya, but I'd never been to South Africa. So I treated myself. I got tenure and promotion 2 years ago and purchased this really nice tour, which I don't usually travel on tours, so I was a little unsure, but I ended up really enjoying it. Next time I'll probably go by myself or with a friend, but I thought I might show you some pictures from that. There were some of my favorite images from my trip. So here is me holding a jaguar, and this jaguar was very wiggly and he didn't want to be held, which who can blame him? And so here's me. And I'm not so certain about holding the jaguar, so I thought that was a funny picture. The next one is me holding a caracal. They're very small cats, but they're quite fierce, and they can take down a lion even. The next picture is of me holding a tiger cub, and it was actually like holding a domestic cat, except it was a lot bigger and stronger. And just like kittens have sharp claws and teeth, the baby tiger had sharp claws and teeth, but they were bigger than a domestic cat's claws and teeth. So I still have bruises from these bite marks, but it was worth it. And this is a picture of me with an elephant, and we rode the elephants for about 40 minutes, which was really surprising to me. I learned a great deal about all of these animals, and the animals in these pictures are at sanctuaries. The cats are all at a sanctuary, and either they were taken from the wild or their parents were taken from the wild and they were born in captivity. I have mixed feelings about that. For instance, this baby tiger is actually, its mother was an albino, and albino tigers don't survive very long, so they brought it to the sanctuary where it's lived a good long life. And let's see. I'm eager to see where this semester is going to take us this summer. Like I said, I love to learn. Besides going to the sanctuaries, I also went out on regular safari in a place called Songamvelo Game Preserve, and it's actually where the movie The Ghost in the Darkness was filmed. And we saw lots of wonderful animals, and we also went to Kruger National Park, and animals there are very used to cars, so they kind of just stand and pose for you. In the other preserve that we were in, once they saw you, they pretty much ran away unless they were huge, like rhinoceroses and hippopotamus. So I had a great trip, and I spent a lot of time exploring externally the world around me. And I find when I take these qualitative courses, I do a lot of internal exploration and learn more about myself, which is very rewarding also. So I look forward to learning more about you and hearing your stories, and I hope we have a great semester together. Thanks.